So good afternoon, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, all of the people who are joining us. We're waiting for one of our guests to join, and they will be doing so shortly. However, we are very privileged to have one of our senior guests, Gilles Loridon, he's based out of Abu Dhabi, and he's joined us, and he is an expert in this particular space on cybersecurity and how we are looking at the intelligent cloud in this particular context. Gilles, welcome. Good afternoon.
Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be with you. And I will not say I'm an expert because nobody is an expert in cybersecurity. I will say my ignorance has some lapse.
Well, I think it's becoming such an important topic globally, and it's just becoming such an integral part of our business lives that it's not something that is hidden in a black room in the back of the IT department in the basement. It's now front and center, it's right up there. And a lot of the companies, some of the big companies have some capability, at least some facilities to be able to handle it. But the small and mid-sized companies have absolutely no idea. And when it comes and hits them, there's complete panic, and it almost becomes a business and service threat. In our day-to-day business, we always have insurance. We have liability insurance, we have fire insurance, we have whatever. Is there a space for us to be talking about cyber threat insurance and that becomes an integral part of every single company, and you don't set up, you don't go beyond a certain number until that insurance is there. And it doesn't have to be through an insurance, it could be through a cloud service provider or cloud as a service or something like that.
Insurance can be also a false sense of security. I have customer who, when we were talking about typically ransomware, they said, I don't care because I'm insured. And I found this attitude very, very dangerous. But I would like to follow through on the car analogy, Cyril car analogy. Today, when we discuss with those cybersecurity or cloud service provider, this is exactly like 99% of us when we go to the car workshop, the garage. Okay. And the guy said, I have to change your gasket seal. I have to change something super expensive. And to us, we accept what they say. And more often than the contrary, they try to exaggerate the bill and do unnecessary repairs and stuff like this. So yes, this is really critical that you have either a consulting company or on-prem expert or cyber specialist to help you, because otherwise, I mean, from the market, especially here, the tendency is that people will use the fact that you are not so knowledgeable to oversell you stuff. And I mean, if you think of your cars, how many times have you been oversell stuff in a garage or in a workshop?
There was a comment on as far as the financial markets are concerned in terms of ransom on cryptocurrencies and so on. Just yesterday, I was working with the regulators in the ministry in the financial sector here in the UAE. And the level of decentralization that and the digital currencies that are coming in, instead of being called the central bank, they're likely to be called the decentral bank, because by definition the boundaries are breaking down and so on. And many new players would be coming in, and we were looking at UAE as a possibility to be a hub for a lot of these crypto players and blockchain players and things like that. From a cybersecurity and data security perspective, what kind of things do we need to be looking at for these companies to be based here, for the UAE to be seen as a hub that they are trying to do at this point in time? How would that play out?
I think that the cryptocurrency, so first of all, there is a big misconception that it's untraceable. A cryptocurrency is untraceable. This is the exact opposite. Cryptocurrency is 100% traceable. This is the exact opposite. Any transaction you do with a cryptocurrency is can be monitored and is registered in digital ledger. The digital ledger is on
The
many
blockchain.
places, blockchain. So
Yeah.
it's the opposite of not being traceable. It's extremely traceable. And this is how law enforcement catch the big guys because of that. The situation we are in is today we are in the Wild West. Okay, where you had any guy can open a bank in a frontier city, collect
Yes.
money from this customer, and one day just disappear with the customer money. So this is where we are today. And why? Because it's not regulated properly. So we don't need less central bank, we need more central bank to regulate this market
Okay.
where we can trust the player of the market. So the issue is not the fact that the central bank are useless, is that there is not enough regulation so that customer can trust the player within that market.
Okay, but is it controllable? Is it
It is extremely controllable. This
okay?
is compare. I mean, to launder money with a digital currency is much more challenging than laundering money with real currency. There is no cash. I mean today, if you look at the headache of organized crime, is to
Yeah.
launder cash.